What's up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabs, and besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my miniverse. We just opened Barbie Dream Besties skate party dolls. You know these. They came with cute little skates. I just finished the review and I'm feeling inspired. I'm not even gonna stop to repaint my nails. Let's just get to work. To the craft table. I quickly sketched out some kind of plan. Not sure if this makes any sense, but that's the idea. We're making a skating rink and it's gonna be kind of a large structure, so we will need it to fold up for easy storage. I have foam board that measures 20 by 30 inches. I laid it down on the longest side and I measure up 13 inches, draw a line, then cut on the line to get a board that is 13 inches tall. Now let's plan out part of the back wall. Let's make our first mark 9 inches from the edge, then do another 9 inches, 6 inches from that line, a ½ inch, which leaves me with 5 1/4 inches, letting me know that this wasn't exactly 30 inches. This 5 inch or 5 1/4 inch area is going to be a shelving unit, then we have a wall, 6 inches of skating rink, then we need the wall to be able to bend. The other 9 inches are also a part of the skating rink, but we need this to be a right angle. But the first thing we're gonna do is score the wall. This is 9 inches, and right here, we're gonna score on the other side. I made a mark, I flipped the board over to the other side, score a straight line, so the foam board can bend while still being attached on the other side. I printed out our Barbie Extra brick wall. For some reason, my printer is printing kind of dark, but we're gonna work with it. I'm going to cover the back wall for the skating rink with this printable, starting at the ½ inch part. I glue the printable 1 inch from the top, covering most of the board, except for that first 5 inches and some change. For this top edge here, I made another printable of just the lights. I cut a few strips and I'm gonna glue it across the top to make up that difference. I cut pink paper to glue onto the side. I went with a lighter pink. I take another piece of foam board, cut a 13 by 14 inch board, score it in the back 5 inches from the edge to make another wall that can bend. Let's flip it around. On this wall, I want there to be lockers, or at least look like lockers. I do have a locker printable that works when you need something fast. Before I glue it down, I add a few scraps of the purple brick with the neon lights going across the top. I add the lockers going over the fold so they appear to be on 2 walls. We can place it next to the other walls and we can start to see this space. I need to cut a piece of foam board for the floor that has a piece that can lay down. From this point to this point is 17 inches, and then we're gonna need another 9 inches that way. So that's 26 inches. I cut and glue together leftover boards to make the length. On the longest side, I turn it over and score a line a little over 9 1/4 inches from the edge. So when we flip it back over, it can bend up. Now that we have the floor, let's cover the area that will be the rink with a wood grain paper. This one is from the dollar store or Dollar Tree. It is a peel and stick wallpaper, or we can use contact paper with a little shine. Oh, that's gonna be super reflective. For the other side, we're gonna add another piece of foam board, so there's a tiny lift. But first, let's bring over the walls to make sure everything is matching up, and we're gonna cut the floor to the other side of that little ½ inch piece. This one, right here. I cut my foam board to those measurements. We can cover it with paper, fabric, felt, whatever you like. I went with a dark blue felt, then I just draw a design with a little paint. My design was terrible, so I'm going over it with more paint and making a little galaxy. I added a little glow-in-the-dark glitter glue for a little sparkle and allowed it to dry overnight. It is day 2 of this project and I think we can start gluing things together. But I should probably cover this side of the wall right quick. I went through my printables on the blog and found our glass brick wall. so let's use that. Not too bad. I take the wall with the lockers and the floor. I'm gluing the short wall onto the back of the floor, right at the corner, but I leave a tiny bit of space right before the actual corner so the wall can open and close freely. Glue the wall with the pink onto the other side and along this seam, stopping before the bend. And this is when we find out if our measurements are right. Once glued, I lay the floor down, and it should hit right around that 9-inch mark that we made earlier, letting me know that my measurements were pretty close, because we need to cut and bend this wall. So when it's time to fold up the room, this wall will come this way. I make a mark for where it needs to bend when folded, which ended up being a little past my original line. I turn it around to the other side of the wall because that's where we're going to score it. I cover it with another printable. This one is from our record store. In hindsight, if you know that you're going to cover the outside wall, I would suggest doing it before gluing everything together. I glued our printable tile from our Froyo shop on the bottom to give us a wall that looks like it could be the outside of the building. I score the wall where I need it to bend, clean up all my mistakes. If you want to score your wall before gluing everything together, I ended up scoring mine at 8 3/4 inches, because we are figuring this out as we go. And yay! Everything can fold up for easy storage. But this is a pretty large structure with a footprint of about 17 by 9.5 inches when folded, but it does expand to appear much larger. Let's take the carpet and glue it to this side. Take leftover foam board. I cut 1.5-inch strips. Use them to turn the pink rectangle into a tall shelving unit, so we have a place to store our skates. I put a line of hot glue just past the back wheel to stop the skates from rolling forward. Now let's just make a little wall to go right here. I still have a little foam board left over, so I cut and glue pieces together. Let's place it in the room to see how it looks. Okay, we're getting a nice little dividing wall from this angle, and it looks good from this side as well. Cover it with scrapbook paper or a printable. I'm using more of our printable glass bricks. This printable is in our wallpaper album on our blog. I glue it onto the side of the shelving unit, making sure I'm getting good contact on the floor and the back wall, adding more support to this room. I cut another piece of foam board, this one's about 3/4 of an inch, to glue on top of the wall. And the construction for this room is pretty much done. Here it is with the sides folded forward, and this side can swing open if you want more space on this end, creating a pretty large scene. We can bring in our arcade machines, place it right here on the side wall, so the dolls can take a break from skating and play a few games. We made the original video 7 years ago, and it was in a mashup 6 years ago. These machines are fun because we can take our cell phone, place it on the back so it looks like we're really playing a video game. This is our game on Roblox called Miniverse 2. We've built quite a few things in this map using inspiration from some of our videos. We even have a Star Frogs coffee. We can add one of our neon light signs from a previous video. Let's grab some more skates, like a few that come with Barbie Dream Besties. We can place them right on the shelves. We can add regular Barbie skates, making it look like we have different sizes. Even Rainbow High has skates, but just make sure your shelves can handle a taller shoe. And if you still got a few Real Littles shoes hanging around, one of the series has skates. These are pretty detailed and have laces, if you can find them. And I can get them to fit my classic Barbie. And I feel like this look for the Naturalista doll Leah could be so cute for a little disco vibe, all sparkly out on the floor. This doll can't fit the skates perfectly, but the pants can help to cover it. But she can fit Rainbow High skates. But now that we've mentioned disco, let's add a disco ball ornament to the room. And I just kind of stabbed it into the foam board, so the dolls can enjoy a skate party. Thank you for joining us while we made a roller skating rink that can fold up for easy storage. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Fanbase, Instagram, and YouTube at MyFroggyStuff and Bella of MyFroggyStuff on Instagram. And we will see you next time. Bye!